Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu 5 and that was pretty scary. Um, Basically what happened was, let's do that without scaring myself. Yes, there we go. Um, this is my Cold Steel Tiger Claw Karambit, and as you can probably see right here, we ground it down so we have a big old gap between the thumb plate and the spine of the blade. And this is a very interesting knife for the fact that coming from the factory, it's not really usable in the way I wanted to use it. If you're a karambit guy, you like using the karambit like this in self-defense or whatever you're doing. Because that's, in general, how you hold a karambit is in this ice pick grip. In fact, slot people call this reverse grip when you're holding a karambit. So having a waveable knife or a waveable karambit, you want to be able to open it in the reverse grip. And also what that allows you to do is to open and cut at the same time. Now the problem is, this knife from the factory, it doesn't do that. It's an extremely sharp knife, so I'll get on that later. But basically this has a small gap between the thumb plate and the spine, and also the spring tension on the locking mechanism is a lot tighter. So it actually takes more force to open it from factory than it does right now. My brother modified this knife both with the grind and the spring on the inside. So now it actually comes out very easily. This is kind of a shame because from factory this knife does not perform in the way that most people are going to use it. It's a safe knife if you're going to wave it in the conventional manner, but I talked about this in my update or my public service announcement. When I got this knife from the factory and I tried waving it, it opened partially. Then I put my fingers across the channel, and it did that to me, and it cut like a half circle around my finger, which isn't a good thing. So this knife from the factory, I just don't think is a very safe knife without these modifications. Now my brother pointed out, kind of humorously, well, that's not a word, but interesting fact, the equipment used to modify this knife to get it where it works right is still cheaper than buying a super karambit from Emerson. So if you have a Harbor Freight belt sandal, you can grind this down where you can wave it a lot easier. And I think my brother has a tutorial on YouTube on how to modify the spring. It's just a shame that the user has to do that, and it doesn't come from the factory in its peak performance or its peak potential. So that's it. That's the update. Just for the fun of it, let's try waving it again. So yeah, it's usable now, and it's. But you remember how much it cost?
I think it's around $101 or $120.
I think it's $120. So if you have the tools and the knowledge, it's still good than spending all the money on the Super Karambit. It has a stronger locking mechanism than the Lionel lock, but just know from factory it's not going to work as well as you would expect it to. So that's it on Assault C5, and I'm out.